believed to have territory in northern Sarvonia and observed by Kasumari in the far north of Kuhaloi. These drakes are still not fully understood in either their true origins or abilities. They are magical, enjoy the cold, and could be some of the most important specimens of drake wizards have ever laid hands on. No, they're so cute. Looks like a white kitty. And what about the book about dragons? This book is called Dragons, Myth and Reality and deals with the larger and the most magnificent species of dragonkind and was written by a certain Pharaonian called Erkarem and his wife Karda, dragon versed of wearing. Let's read the book. By the way, this Let's Play will have a lot of readings going on because we are in a library, so nothing surprising here. You read some passages of the book Dragons, Myth and Reality and learn that it deals only with the great drakes, which are usually referred to as dragons as well. Most of the great drakes are sentient dragons and possess their own language, culture, yes, even religion at times as it seems, and all those things that make elves and humans and other races what they are. Some great drakes also possess the ability to command large armies of lesser drakes. They often can also cast powerful magic. From the lots of dragons mentioned in the book, there are some that look interesting to investigate further. Which one would you like to read upon? There are the fire, ice dragon, nether worm, sea, and spirit dragon. What about the earth dragon? That's probably the nether worm. The fire dragon gets its name from the hues of its scales, which are varying shades of red. Adult males often have a black striping of scales that start at the crest of their head and continue down their back. Fire dragons can most commonly be found in volcanoes near the lava. They are very aggressive, territorial, and dangerous, making them creatures often best left alone. The second reason that the fire dragon has earned its name is through the gratuitous use of fire. It has no use of the magic whatsoever, but out of all species they have the ability to breathe fire for a longer period of time. Their flames are well feared, for often has a village fallen prey to the scorching flames of an angry fire dragon. The ice dragon, or Stirash Ivaton Dala, is approximately 20 pets in height from base of the body to the tip of its head. Okay. Wingspan is equaling its body length, and the tail varying from the same to double that of the body. Definitely a huge dragon. The ice dragon definitely scales only appear around the head and neck area of the dragon. That's weird. The remaining body is finely laced with small scales. The eyes are like ice, as is the natural color of the dragon's scale, although there is a particular mirror pearl to the scales, which reflects the colors around it. The ice dragons are said to often take on an elf or sometimes even a human as a familiar or pet for them. It isn't uncommon for an ice dragon to have a family of elves in their care, The reasons for their taking on small family of elves is unknown, though it is thought that it is because they are in touch with the nurturing side and give the dragons something to play with and care for. Well, that didn't sound that evil. What the hell? Netherworms are dragons who are said to enter Calereth from another reality. The dark and foreboding netherworlds, if summoned by powerful magicians in a joint effort. They are enormous snake lizard-like beasts of demonic origin with exceptionally powerful claws, whose attack can devastate whole regions easily. There exist only a few legends dealing with the summonings of netherworms, usually in concordance with the much smaller ridden drakes, the Dravilonias, which all ended in great bloodshed. The final fate of the netherworm in those stories is almost always unknown, but Xerox masters agree that their existence in this plane is an agonizing one, and they probably die soon after their summoning by themselves, being torn away from their natural homelands, as netherworms need to be brought to this plane through the help of aqua magic, as it is a process of ripping the beast forcefully from the netherworlds. Well, that's not surprising that it's aggressive. I mean, if it's like agonizing, if it's in pain the whole time while it's alive in our world. The sea dragon looks funny. Sea dragons mainly live in the seas and in subterranean caverns below the sea. They are capable of flying and can cast magic, but their most feared ability is their breath weapon. Sea dragons are able to spew clouds of scalding hot steam, capable of boiling flesh from bones, up to a distance of 10 pets. The sea dragon's appearance may make it appear to be rather harmless, but this is quite far from the reality. They are capricious, ill-tempered, the most disagreeable and sadistically cruel creature on the face of Calereth. They believe all other creatures are beneath them, even other dragon species. And the last dragon kind. The spirit dragon in its spiritual form appears in a small orb of light and energy just before it manifests into its form and just before it returns to the soul of the person it inhabits. Spirit dragons do not have any real territory. They live in the spirit of a person where they obtain the necessary energy to live. When a person dies, they move to a new spirit. In their manifested form, spirit dragons appear as large dragons with brilliant blue scales. That's pretty cool. And there's one book left. Enough of dragons for today. You carefully put the book away where you found it. Examine Drakes. This book is labeled Drakes at Stake, a standard volume on the lesser kind of dragons. It is written by a group that calls itself the DIAS, the Draconian Investigators and Adventurers Society. Okay, sounds interesting. You look at the contents of the book and find the following short summary of what awaits in this volume.